How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
First announcing the 2015 North All-Stars will be listed as the visiting team on the scoreboard. Number 2 from Yorktown High School, Mimi Arrington. Number 3 from Yorktown High School, Kate Avila. Number 4 from Elbert Memorial, Bailey Rowell. Number 5 from New Prairie, Jessica Farrell. Number 6 from Jimtown High School, Chantel James. Number 7 from Fishers High School, Brooke Leonard. Number 8 from Northridge High School, Kelly Miller. Number 9 from Elbert Memorial, Darian Lowry. Number 10 from Carroll High School, Jacqueline Quaid. Number 11 from Carroll, Emma Ruska. Number 12 from New Prairie, Ashlyn Smith. Number 14 from Jimtown High School, Lindsay Stowe. Number 15 from Elkhart Memorial, Caitlin Booth. Number 16 from Yorktown, Jade York. The North All-Stars are coached by Beth Etchison at Daleville High School. Now let's meet the 2015 South All-Stars. Number 2 from Brownsville High School, Brooke Gregory. Number 3 from Bishop Guitar, Anna Farabach. Number 4 from Providence High School, Jackie Hornan. Number 5 from Floyd Central, Michaela Humphrey. Number 6 from Cathedral, Megan Sloan. Number 7 from Northview High School, Morgan Steerley. Number 8 from Center Grove, Madison Smethers. Number 9 from Columbus East, Courtney Thalls. Number 10 from Cathedral, Anna Jensen. Number 11 from Clear Meridian, Riley Taylor. Number 12 from Lebanon, Madison Hepburn. Number 14 from Cathedral, Kendall White. Number 15 from Floyd Central, Abby Bigler. Number 16 Cathedral, Megan Cord. Coaches for the South All-Stars are Frank Springer and Mark Pinnacle. Officials for today's game are Jeff Morris, Tasha Vesely, Sue Erickson, and Michael Brandon.
Welcome to our third match of the day, third and final here at Lawrence North High School. This is SummitCitySports.com, brought to you by Parkview Hospital. This is the third match of the 2015 ICGSA All-Star event here, All-Star Volleyball Classic at Lawrence North. Jake Atkinson on the camera. I am Tim Atkinson. Joined with me in the booth, head women's volleyball coach at St. Francis University, Coach Scott Haddix. Coach, finally at the 3A, 4A game here, going to see some huge hitters and some outstanding Division I talent. What you looking forward to here in the 3A, 4A game?
I'm looking forward to the pace, to the speed, to the athleticism. This is going to be, you just have a lot of talent, as you said. There's a lot of talent on both sides of the net, and it should be a battle royal, and it should be really fun to watch.
So we'll start with South with service. That's number 10, Anna Jensen, the state champion out of Cathedral High School, Indianapolis, Indiana, with the right-handed jump serve to get us started. We play a best-of-3 sets. The third and final set will be played to 15 if necessary. Good block. They're going to go to Jackie Quaid. Gets blocked. North stays with it. Again to Quaid. Quaid that time puts it home. Give her more. It's just kind of like Parker Robinson for Cathedral. You give them that many opportunities, and the talent's going to put it away.
Well, Jackie gets two bump sets, two platform sets on the first two balls. First one, she gets the ball returned. They keep it alive, but the second time, I'm gonna find the new spot for a kill.
That was Jackie Quaid out of Carroll High School.
Oh, that's a great touch.
Into the net is South. We will stay with North with the possession. Here is Mimi Arrington out of Yorktown.
Great year at Yorktown High School.
Good double block that time by Quaid and number 6.
That's excellent
Chantel
penetration.
James.
Excellent penetration. That ball is down on the center line off the block.
Mimi Arrington, Yorktown, keeps service. Here comes the South. Right-handed swing. Quick set and punched over by James. Right-handed swing dug by the North. Quick set once again punched over. That would have fell in. Same spot. That time it cannot be dug. Number 16, Megan Coors out of Cathedral. Another one of them famous Irish state champions.
Absolutely. Just like Jackie Quaid, you keep giving her that many looks in the same rally, and she's going to eventually terminate.
First point for the South, 3-1 we have. They're going to go near side that time to number 6, Chantel James out of Jimtown, the Jimmer, putting it home 4-1.
Jimtown, an institution we're familiar with in the Fort Wayne area, all those battles with Bishop Luers football over the years. Nice job in the volleyball department as well.
Yorktown has definitely put on the roster here along with Jimtown. Couple Carroll Chargers as well out of Fort Wayne. That one's dug. Beautiful set.
Amy does a nice job.
Good pass and set and hit with the left. No good. Nice dink, but there was number 2, Arrington. Big swing by Quaid, partially blocked, kept in by the South.
Yeah.
Little dink from the back line. Quaid got a pancake on it.
It's good defense.
That one's just hit too long. Good defense and recovery by North. Just wouldn't give up, Coach.
No, that's great to see this much talent on the offensive side play defense this hard also. It's a really good idea.
Another Yorktown player, Kate Avila, with the service there, number 3. Big swing. Look at the hang time that time. I believe that was that number 16, Coach, Megan Coors?
I believe it was. Excellent combination out of the offense there for the South. 2 hitters up in the same tempo. You got to make a decision as a blocker.
5-2. North on top here in this first set, best of 3. We play to 25. Third set will be to 15. That one's in. Just did dig in before that back line. That will be a service ace for number 11 from the South, Riley Taylor out of Perry Meridian. Good size for a setter, Coach. My goodness.
I think 4A and the upper level of 3A, you've got to have height all the way around the court, or you're just going to have a deficiency. It doesn't mean you can't win, just like we talked about with Yorktown and Coach a couple minutes ago. You can get it done a lot of ways, but it puts a lot of pressure on you when you're just a little bit height deficient.
Yeah, less room for error then, Coach.
That's correct.
Jackie Quaid here with the service. She's got a little float she puts up there. Good set at the net and miss hit out. That will be point to the North. Jackie Quaid will head back for her second serve, 7-3.
Need to get Megan Sloan on track a little bit. She's had a couple balls that have just been unfortunate. When she gets it going, she's really, really tough to handle.
Megan Sloan, of course, out of Cathedral, the state champion in 4A, beat Fort Wayne Carroll. That one blocked. Quaid just couldn't get enough height on that ball hit from the back.
Yeah, that's one of those trap sets, even out of the back row. I mean, the play went to the center of the court, the dig went to the center of the court, and then the hit comes out of the center of the court. Everybody's vision's in the same place, so it's just a matter of waiting.
That was Coors with the service.
Boom.
Big swing, and they're going to stick that in. That was number 7, Brooke Leonard out of Fishers High School.
She did a great job. Amy Arrington on the set right there. A very tight ball, just goes up, brings it back, and Miss Brooke does not give up on the play and charges hard and gets rewarded with the kill.
Leonard with that kill.
It's a great pass.
Nice dig. That's Emma Russcup, the other Carroll Charger on the court with Jackie Quaid. Russcup couldn't get to that one. Russcup, the Carroll Chargers setter, helped lead her team to the second place state title finish. Did get swept by Indianapolis Cathedral there in Muncie at Ball State University. 8-5 is your score. North on top here in this first set. Big jump serve top spin, Coach. Outstanding.
Jump spin, top spin, and a little bit cut back to the left. Got Jackie leaning in and took her outside.
That's Kendall White, another Cathedral Fighting Irish player. There it is again. That serve is dynamic and explosive. 8-7. This is what we've been talking about, Coach. You get somebody that can run off a couple serves you can get into any game, get back into any game, and push a lead on somebody.
Absolutely. You can just see the North right now a little defensive in their attitude and posture because they're just not sure what's going to happen on the serve.
White blasts another one. Good
There we go.
play by Avila.
Good dig by the setter down the line.
Free ball comes over. That's number 9, Darian Mowry at Elkhart Memorial that just checked in for the North. That one's off the block and put down in. Tied up, 8-8, best of 3. Back there, number 14, Kendall White, putting the pressure on the North defense. Here she goes again with that top-handed jump serve, top spin, boom. Play by Avila. Good back set by Russ Cup, and that led to the kill by Brooke Leonard out of Fishers. She'll head back for serve.
Take the ball to the right side. It's a little quicker. The defense has less time to adjust. And she terminates.
There's Leonard.
What
a play by the South just to get it over the net, Coach.
Absolutely. Just keep it on your side to get it over the net.
And it leads to the kill by number 10 for the South, Anna Jensen. Boy, these all-star squads have been littered with Cathedral Fighting Irish players. What an outstanding program.
Yeah, Coach Kesterson said reload. It's I don't think they reload. They just continue to stay good. You know, if it reload, it seems like you've depleted your supply, and then you got to find new ones. And they just have them. They just keep coming, wave after wave after wave at Cathedral. So
10-9 North, back on top by 1. Coming in is number 16, Jade York, out of Yorktown. Defensive specialist, libero. Right-handed serve. That's a laser. White, Jensen.
just missed that
Good
one.
save. Russ Cup got a bump on it. And got back in on defense to get that piece. What a save. That was Avila. Russ Cup back to York. Quaid with the running kill, no good. Quick set. Here's a good rally, ladies and gentlemen. Russ Cup will track it down, finds her teammate in Quaid. Quaid tried to get tricky. Jensen hammers it, but Doug. And what a block up top. Chantel James just had a little bit more elevation,
Went
Coach.
Up and got it. You know, that point for the North was against the run of play. They were at disadvantage for 3 or 4 rallies, but Chantel comes up with a great individual performance and steals a point.
Good serve once again by York, but cannot be dug that time by Avila. That's what she's been doing this whole first set, though. Number 3, Kate Avila out of Yorktown, libero defensive specialist. Back to serve, Anna Jensen out of Cathedral. Avila, Russ Cup, Quaid, blocked. What a double block on the far side, Coach. Number 11, Riley Taylor, number 8, Madison Smethers. Outstanding block.
Yeah, they were waiting on her on that set. Might need to mix it up just a little bit here.
And that serve falls short for a service error, 12-11. Checking back in, that's number 2, Mimi Arrington. Back to serve.
Coaches all day have done an excellent job of getting these big rosters on the floor, too. There's a lot of girls that are good enough to play, and they've been mixing them in and out. It's really nice to see coaches go with that mentality.
That was hit long, but it was touched by the North. Side out to the South, and number 8, Madison Smethers out of Center Grove High School.
Excellent season out of Center Grove. It's really talented deep volleyball in the state. We keep talking about it, but
Chantel James with the hammer down as she'll head off, being replaced by Brooke Leonard out of Fishers. Back to service, Kate Avila. 13-12, the North on top of the South here in this last match of the day, the 3A, 4A, North versus South. Jensen.
Big swing, get there.
Avila just can't get to it, but you got to love the effort here in an all-star game, Coach. You just can't separate these girls with their their motivation and their wanting to be the best. You can't just take it away because it's an all-star game.
No, and you can't think that sitting down or resting, taking a break for 2 or 3 weeks means they're going to be terrible volleyball players all of a sudden. It's ingrained in them at this point in time. They do a great job. That
is hit cross court, but out. Did not get in that line. Side out to the south. 14-13. They have the lead now. Here's Kendall White number 11, Riley Taylor out of Prairie Meridian. Quaid. Bam. My goodness, I've seen hundreds of those this year. Quaid, once she gets that running leap there, so hard to stop. It's got to be pretty intimidating as well for a defense.
It's going to be, I'm just so excited and impressed. I love what Coach Kesterton said. You know, Carly Scott from Carmel is tearing up the Big Ten this year. Tiana Williams out of Concordia tearing up the Big Ten. You know, these are local Indiana kids that are having a tremendous impact and probably, in my personal opinion, the toughest conference in the country. So it's great.
That's saying something, no doubt about it, with the likes of Penn State, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin. The list goes on and on with not only programs that are top-level programs, but programs that are moving towards that level. The Big Ten constantly improving in the game of volleyball. And that's got to go a lot to the high school coaches and club coaches in the state as well, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, yes, the high school coaches in the state are doing a great job. Club in the state is doing a great job. And you know, the coaches at the college level, Division I, know that there's talent here, and they keep scooping it up, which is great. Love to see them stay close to home instead of going across the country.
Yeah, the days of heading to Pepperdine or out to the West Coast, those are less and far between now. But you do still have that beach volleyball thing out there for you. Yep. That's stealing some of the indoor players away. I.e. Kate Novak heading down to Georgia State to play beach volleyball. So some beach volleyball is taking some Fort Wayne players away, but. Different game there out on the beach than it is inside a little bit, isn't it, Coach?
It is absolutely a different game, and you have your detractors and your fans of beach ball, and we'll let them argue about that at some other time. But I think you said the right thing a moment ago too. Is we see less and less kids going out to USC and going out to Long Beach State, and they're staying home, which again, as a coach in Indiana, I just love to see. So.
Yeah, that's what we want. Obviously here, our Hoosiers, we take pride in keeping our talent in the state, whether they go NAIA, Division II, Division III, or even all the way up to the D1 level. So, but you can't hate on a girl for hitting up Illinois or Wisconsin like Tiana Williams and Jackie Quaid. I mean, you got to take advantage of the time that you have and the hours that you've prepped to be a Division I athlete. And that's what these ladies are, Division I athletes.
Absolutely. Hey, you see the likes of Notre Dame starting to get back into the volleyball world on a strong level. Ball State, obviously, right here with Coach Shondell doing a really nice job. Purdue, IU, as you said, those two Big Ten schools. So it's just an excellent situation in this part of the country for the sport, and I think we're going to continue to see it make strides.
18-17 North with a 1-point advantage. That time Emma Russcup just had that ball played a little bit close to the net, couldn't recover quickly enough, but that'll be number 15 back to serve, Abby Bigler out of Floyd Central High School, defensive specialist with the right-handed service. Just cleared the tape and then died on a Villa service ace. Tied at 18. This is the first set, best of 3. This is the 3A, 4A seniors on display in the state of Indiana. Best of the best here. Look at the hang time. You just cannot take away from the size of Smethers there. Just hung in the air a la Rachel Klissing out of Carroll and just put it home. South with the lead, 19-18. Russcup's gonna set it back off the block. Near side, Jensen, and that's blocked. Double blocked that time by number 12, Ashlyn Smith, and number 9, Darian Mowry with the point. We're 19-19, Coach.
It's as competitive as I thought and hoped it would be. It's nice to see it be close. We'll see who can finish on top.
Back to serve, number 16, Jade York. She has a laser that comes off her hand. There it goes.
It's very likely to be about rotations, very likely to be about which team has their best hitter in the front row at the 25th point.
Coach is doing an outstanding, as you mentioned, Coach, with the substitution patterns here, making sure all the girls get their proper due. As we mentioned, this is an all-star game, but we want to display the best talent that we have in the state of Indiana, and that's right here at Lawrence North here on this fine Sunday.
Absolutely. Good swing, good dig by a setter.
Great ball put over Villa. Russ Cup. And the dink by number 12, Ashlyn Smith out of New Prairie High School, the middle hitter.
Absolutely. Left front corner is vacated by the double block. Left back doesn't slide up the line and makes for an excellent point.
21-19, North on top. We played at 25. Great block by the North, but it comes back to the South. And what a play by number 14, Kendall White, the libero out of Cathedral. Saw her do that a couple times in the 4A state championship game against Carroll. She pulls them within one, 21-20.
Nice job. Everybody's focused on the wrong thing at the wrong time. She sticks the ball in over the top of the net and in the big hole.
Look at that free ball played by Quaid. My goodness. And Russ Cup, that was one of those caught in between the bump and the set and just couldn't get a handle on it. Side out, we're still with number 4, Jackie Horning out of Providence High School. 21-21 is your score. Russ Cup, who's she setting? She's setting her teammate in Quaid, and Quaid killed it home with the 1-point advantage back for the North.
It's great tempo, good swing.
Serving for the North, number 2, Mimi Arrington.
And countless times in their 4-year career, Emma Ruscup and Jackie Quaid linking up. What an outstanding duo there at Carroll. Good dig by Villa's very impressive back there, Coach, as that defensive special. She's outstanding.
So I'd love to ask Doug where Jackie Quaid and Russ Cup will finish in their all-time career stats in Carroll volleyball history and lore. It's got to be at the top. I can't imagine anybody else has been. Well, now that I say that, I start thinking about different players I've had there in the past.
The cupboard has not been bare at Carroll High School. There's no doubt about it. But we're at first set point for the North. 24-21, Mimi Arrington out of Yorktown with the serve. And that's going to be a service ace. That went around the antenna, Coach, correct?
Yes, it did.
That will be 25-21. First set going to the North. This is the best of 3. Let me give you the rundown of the rosters real quick. Make sure all these fine individuals out of high school, out of varsity seniors, get their proper due. Mimi Arrington, we'll go with the North here starting. Mimi Arrington out of Yorktown. Kata Villa out of Yorktown. Bailey Brower out of Elkhart Memorial. Jessica Farrell, New Prairie High School. Chantel James, Jimtown. Brooke Leonard out of Fishers High School. Kelly Miller, Northridge. Darian Mowry, Elkhart Memorial. The 2 Carroll Chargers are number 10, Jackie Quaid, and number 11, Emma Ruscup. Ashlyn Smith out of New Prairie High School. Lindsay Stotz out of Jimtown. Kaylin Zooks out of Elkhart Memorial. And Jade York out of Yorktown. On the south side, they're in the green jerseys. Brooke Gregory out of Brownsburg High School. Anna Fairback, out of Bishop Chatard. Jackie Horning out of Providence High School. Michaela Humphrey came from Floyd Central. Megan Sloan, one of the Indianapolis Cathedral players. Morgan Sturley out of Northview. Madison Smethers, Center Grove. Courtney Thalls out of Columbus East High School. Anna Jensen, another Cathedral Fighting Irish. Riley Taylor out of Perry Meridian High School. Madison Heffron out of Lebanon. Kendall White, another Cathedral player. Abby Bigler, Floyd Central. And the final player on the roster, Megan Coors, also a Cathedral Fighting Irish. So Cathedral very well represented with 4 players here on the roster. They are the Class 4A state champion as they swept an outstanding Fort Wayne Carroll Charger team a couple weeks ago at Ball State University. for that 4A state title. Cathedral did go undefeated last year as well, Coach, which is, it's not a football season going undefeated. They're playing 34, 35, 36 matches in a year.
Absolutely.
And then with Cathedral being an independent, they're playing the best teams in the state and a little bit outside of the state as well. So that undefeated record is even more impressive than a normal undefeated record, in my opinion.
Well, and I don't know if you don't really understand the volleyball world so much. Gene said it really well. They're still receiving first place votes, first place national poll votes in 2 different polls. Cathedral High School, they went down, or they played Assumption out of Louisville. They played a couple other schools out of that Louisville area, Kiva volleyball program down there, and beat them all. They beat everybody that walked into either their gym or every gym they walked into, and they did not play a soft schedule. Do not think that they padded anything. They took on all comers and beat them all, and generally they beat them pretty handily.
Cathedral, just an outstanding athletic program from top to bottom, no matter what kind of sport you're talking about. Cathedral, one of the best run. And they're picking from a great group of kids and a big group of kids, being the biggest Catholic school here in the state of Indiana. So, but we're here starting with this second set. The North did win the first one 25-21. We'll start the second set with the South getting the first point. Back to serve now is number 8, Madison Smethers out of Center Grove. Great size for Smethers. And that will be a service ace for the South, up 2-0 here in the early going of the second set.
Be interested if this is one of those matches where the side that wins the first set gets beat a little bit easily in the second set. That does happen at times in volleyball, where you just lose a little bit of focus. You see a little different lineup this time from the North, so we'll see what happens.
Great dink there by number 8, Kelly Miller in blue. She's out of Northridge High School. Nice little dink shot, found the opening. Back to serve now, number 15, Kaylin Zooks out of Elkhart Memorial, libero defensive specialist. Here's the South. Great set that time, but Doug, quick set that time, and the defense they just got sucked in a little bit, kind of lost their positioning, couldn't recover off that block.
No, that's a quick set, and it's a well-struck ball, but it's blocked deep, and no one's there for that ball.
2-2. We're all tied up here in the second set, best of 3. The North did win the first set, 25-21. Big swing once again by Brooke Gregory out of Brownsburg High School. Big right hand. 3-2, South on top here in the second set. Back to serve is number 12, Madison Heffron out of Lebanon. Right-handed jump serve. What a recovery off the net by number 2, Mimi Arrington. That one's down. That took the referee's kneecaps out, but she got the flag down to call it. That's in 4-2. South on top.
Big swing, a little different look over there on that pin this set than the last set. A little different rotation on the defensive side too by the North. And a 4-2 lead to show for it.
Heffron with the service, had to be tracked down by Arrington. Free ball comes over. Back to White. And dink put up there by number 4, Bailey Brower. Still going, good rally here, girls. Left-hander, that could have been out, but White wasn't taking a chance. You could see her shaking her head, telling her teammates,
yeah,
I wasn't risking it. Nice play that time, good switch up by number 4, Bailey Brower out of Elkhart Memorial, Coach.
Just smart, intelligent play. I drove you deep into the court last ball. I didn't score the point, so now that you're back on your heels, I'll play the ball in front of you.
Jessica Farrell heads in from New Prairie in the front line, but that's Avila with the service. White, that's a good set that time by Heffron, and out. Ball was hit wide out by South. Point to the North. We're tied up 4-4 here in the second set, best of 3. Back to serve still, Kate Avila out of Yorktown.
Tight set.
Not a whole lot she could do with that, Madison Heffron. And that one's out, but is touched by the South. Nice little run starting here for the North. Nice little rally, up by 1 now.
Bailey Brower, coached by Jackie Rose, knows what to do with the set on the right side. That is for sure.
It's a right-hander. Avila floats it in. Another tough one. Tough pass that, once again, Heffron handled decently, but the hitting error will stay with Avila.
That setter's she's in a tough spot there. I mean, it's tight, and she doesn't know if she can set really anywhere else, but the difficulty is it plays right in front of the defense, so unless your hitter can make something exceptional out of that, there's really, you need to try and find a better option.
6-5, the North on top. They are up 1-0, best of 3. Number 2 that's Farah back.
I'll just stand here and dig that.
Yeah, it's just easy. No big deal. No big deal.
Good hustle, great hustle.
About 110 miles an hour, but I'll take it. Good set and put down by number, was that 9? Yes, it was number 9 for the South. Courtney Thalls out of Columbus East High School. 6-6 is your score. Tied back up.
Another traditionally strong program at Columbus East.
It's put out some good volleyball players over the years as well. The Keel family from Columbus East.
Absolutely.
Avila with a nice dig, but couldn't clear the block was number 6, Chantel James. That'll be out to the south. And number 4, Jackie Horning out of Providence will set up for another serve.
Chantel James, quick, explosive leaper, just couldn't get above the block.
Avila once again saving that. Good recovery by the South, and had to adjust there midair by number 3, Anna Farabach, but out of Bishop Shatar, but just couldn't get it past that antenna.
Yeah, a little farther than she needed that to be out on the pin. But
7-7. Here's the outstanding setter out of Carroll High School, Emma Ruskup. Nice little jump serve. Quick set. Doug. Avila. Got to get it over. Does the North? They do. White. Heffron. And they go, and that's in.
yeah.
Tough call. Looks like no complaints over there by the North squad. So 8-7. South is up. They take back that 1-point advantage. Back to serve the outstanding libero, Kendall White from Cathedral. Had an outstanding state final game. Ruskup just got the ball passed into the net a bit much. I'm surprised she even got a touch on that. 9-7.
Trying to do all she can to keep it up, but it leaks over the net, makes it a back row attack.
Kendall White out of Cathedral with another serve, her second. Right-handed jump serve. Avila gets it. Ruskup was in the net.
Yep.
Just right now, they're not hitting those balls coming in. They're not deadening that first service enough on that first pass, Coach.
Kendall's just reaching back and ripping it and saying, if you can pass it, good luck. If I miss it, then I'm going to miss it, but I'm going to give you all I got. And it's a lot.
Big swing. Kendall White showing her ability once again. Good save, Avila. So impressive here today. Nice dink, but recovered by South. That one's going to fall to the ground off the block. That was number 7 for South, Morgan Steerley out of Northview. Pushes the lead 2-4, 11-7. The South is on top. And a White, 14 out of Cathedral. Is that right-handed jump serve? Once again into the net, and Ruskup just doesn't have a choice. But that pass is just played too far up.
Yeah, got to figure out how to keep your feet on the ground and give with that ball, open up on it a little bit. But if you're going to start jumping in the air, you're just adding force back into your pass, and it's a mistake a lot of a lot of experienced passers still make.
Break there for the North. That's Kendall White with the service there. She was on a run, and you could tell she was feeling it. Back to serve now for the North. Number 6, Chantel James out of Jimtown. They're going to set it right-handed.
Great approach.
Still alive.
Set that ball out.
Big right-handed swing by Anna Farabach out of Bishop Chatard.
Great choice by the setter there for the South.
Sorry, I think that was Smethers.
I think it was.
Yeah, that was Madison Smethers. Check that, my bad. Out of Center Grove with the big kill.
Push that ball
13-8.
2/3 of the way across the net, and the defense had a long way to go to get to the block.
Russ Cup is going to set it near side. Big one. That was down, called by the referee that it did hit the hardwood. 13-9. Good set and kill by the North.
Ashlyn Smith showing what she can do.
13-9. Back to serve, number 16, Jade York. For this laser just to clear the net. Got a little more height on that one. Heffron. Russ Cup. That one's out. Hit wide by number 9, Darian Mowry at Elkhart Memorial. Tough call.
She hits the ball with some pace too for young lady off the right side. A lot of big arms here in this 3A, 4A matchup.
Faraback with the serve. Quick one. Russ Cup was just a little low. There's a whistle.
Net violation on the North, it looked like.
So we will go 15-9. South on top of this second set. Best of 3. The North did get the first for service. Number 5, Michaela Humphrey out of Floyd Central. Russ Cup, Mowry, and cross court hit wide. 16-9, starting to unravel a little bit for the North, Coach.
Yeah, they just the South has served really tough, and the ball control just isn't quite what we need it to be on the North side, and so the offense doesn't run so well.
Big swing. Nothing you can do about that one as Kelly Miller out of Northridge rips it home.
That's what happens when you pass well.
16-10. North trying to cut into that deficit. Down by 6. Mimi Arrington back to serve. Outstanding setter out of Yorktown.
Good set.
Heffron's putting it on the money there, the setter for South right now. Good free ball played over. At number 12 for the North, Ashlyn Smith out of New Prairie said, we're going to put her home to cut it to 5.
Yeah, the middles like those overpasses. That's where they make their money.
16-11. Arrington with the service again. That ball just died on white. Big hit. Doug. That's going to get up with the bars. That ball's in play, and nothing the North could do about that.
Oh.
I'll tell you one thing, the basketball hoops will not be removed in the basketball gym in the state of Indiana. Unfortunately, Coach, volleyball is going to have to play around it.
Yeah, we deal with them basketball hoops.
And the lines on the court's another one.
And the line, that's right.
There's South. Free ball hit over. And that was a tough one. York had to get to it. Good put down by number 12, Ashlyn Smith. Number 12, Madison Heffron just got up quicker than the North player and put it down.
Made a good decision. The ball was still in the plane, so she had the right to touch it.
18-11 now.
Put the pressure on the official to making a decision there.
South up over the North.
Good decision.
Nice little change. 18-12. North trying to battle back in. They did win the first set, 25-21. We will play a third and final set. If the South does win this, we'll play to 15 in that third set. Right-handed service that time by Zooks. That's an ace for the senior Kaylin Zooks out of Elkhart Memorial. Pull within 5, Coach, 18-13.
Yeah, you cut it within 2 or 3 by 22 points. You're right in the match.
Tough pass handled by Heffron nicely.
Oh.
Look at the hustle by Arrington. Free ball over by the South. Quick one time. That's a free one coming over here. York's just got to put it over and hit long. Tough play there on the scramble. Had the right idea, went long with it, but just too far.
And North is in a scramble situation a lot this set. South has done a nice job keeping the pressure on them.
Big serve. Almost was hit too hard where it came back to her own side. Left-hander blocked. That time by number 2, Brooke Gregory out of Brownsburg. Had some help, but I think she got most of that, Coach.
Yeah, that's a lot of block to try and get that ball through on a long set across the court.
2013. South with the service error. will put it back to the North. North down by 6, 20-14. Second set, best of 3. North did win the first.
Interesting decision here to reinsert Quaid in this late in the second set. It's either to warm her up for the third or it's to go ahead and try and steal this one. Be done in 2.
That one.
They got Jackie for being in the net. So.
Net violation called on the North. 21-14, side out will go back to the South. At number 4, Jackie Horning out of Providence High School. We played at 25. Right-handed serve. That one you could see was just dying once it got over Chantel James. It kind of fell in no man's land with a timeout being called by the North.
Well, you know, there's a big debate. Is the top spin jump serve or the float serve the better serve? And my opinion is yes.
What an answer. It depends on how good you can do each one.
That's
it depends on the player.
Yes, it does.
Whatever goes in, right? That's all the coach cares about.
Absolutely.
Get me points. That's
Absolutely. If it goes in and pulls them out of system, I'll take the ace as a bonus, but I need it to go in.
What a great day here at Lawrence North, home of the Wildcats. Great facility and campus here on the northeast side of Indianapolis, Indiana. Just a short drive south for us here at SummitCitySports.com. And Coach Haddock's out of St. Francis University. But couldn't be happier to be anywhere else on this Sunday. Who needs NFL when you got the ICGSA All-Star Classic here in Indianapolis, Coach?
Absolutely, I agree with that 1,000%. And there's this thing called TiVo, I think.
22-15. The North not giving up. Pull within 7. Russ Cup's going to head back for service.
Great vision by the middle there. Knew that they had one back in the defense and picked her corner. It's well done.
Russ Cup.
Pass.
Heffron.
Big kill.
Far side. Good dig. Quaid's going to put it over. Heffron. Quick. Russ Cup's there. Mowry. Excuse me. Tough one. Free ball coming over. That's White. Russ Cup. Hit over that time by Mowry.
Long way to run for Kendall.
What a dig by Russ Cup off the left-handed swing. Not sure how Mowry got to that, but she did. Gonna go back to number 4, and that one's dug by Avila. Russ Cup gets the set. White. Quaid got a piece. Russ Cup, her teammate. And last-minute communication put over by Avila as that brought a smile to her face. That one's going to be pushed just far.
That's a great rally, though. Great rally.
That's what volleyball is all about right there, ladies and gentlemen. You don't think it's a high-level sport? Come take a look at these athletes. Outstanding athleticism on display.
Got to see a match in person. Go to a high-level college match. Go watch any of the Big Ten matches live and in person. It's not an expensive ticket. It's an easy get to from this part of the country, but it plays so much better in person than it does on television.
There's no doubt about it. You can almost feel some of these rips on these kills that these players are getting. You can almost feel it in the chest. And that one as well, just hit long by Kendall White. She's feeling a little bit on that serve. Just hit that one a bit too hard. James about snuck that one in. Russ Cup, she did get in the net.
Ooh, interesting.
Ooh, looks like they gave that. They both got in the net there, but they're going to give that call to Michaela Humphrey, saying she was in the net, I guess, a little more first. 23-17. Yep, 23-18. North trying to push back. Floats in.
Good one-handed dig, but not enough.
That would have been a real tough dig for Russ Cup. 24-18 is your score. This is set point for the South. They're down 1-0. We're playing the best of 3. Here's Abby Bigler out of Floyd Central with the service. That one floats just over. Quaid had to get to it. That one hit back and out.
It's a great idea. You're there. The ball's sitting on top of the tape, but just got behind her a little bit. She hit a little bit long.
Jade York will check in the rotation to head back to serve. Quaid out. York floats it and just can't clear the net. That is the set point. What a tough way to end that set, but 25-19. The South does tie it up 1 set apiece. We'll play this third set, 2:15. Winner take all as they go to the flip right now to see who will get possession first. This is SummitCitySports.com, brought to you by Parkview Hospital. Jake Atkinson on the camera. I am Tim Atkinson, joined in the booth here by head women's volleyball coach at St. Francis University in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Scott Haydix. But what an atmosphere this has been here today, Coach. Good crowd on hand, all the parents loving to get their one last chance to see their daughter here in high school play before they head out to their respective universities. So it's got to be kind of a double-edged sword for these parents, knowing that this is the last time they'll get to see their player here in high school.
Well, I think I was thinking about your comments, and I'm like, hey, if I was here as a parent, how would I feel? And I'm like, this would be a special match, in my opinion, because there's really no pressure. There's no win or loss, and you get to those state finals, you get to that sectional. Once you get to that championship series, there's pressure there. You want to see your kid continue to play and win and have the opportunity to finish the year with a win versus a loss. So there's pressure there. And in a match like today, you can just sit back and watch your daughter and think, man, I used to hold her in my arms and change her diaper, and now look at her. She's killing other people with a volleyball. So that would be exciting to do. I have a senior in high school, and I have a junior in high school. They're both soccer players. They won their sectional championship. And, you know, you get to that regional game, and you're just like, it's intense because you want them to win. To watch them play in an all-star game, I think, would be really an exciting thing to do because you can just watch their talent. Just think that is special.
How rewarding that is for parents, not only in volleyball, in every sport, to see their kids become top-level athletes in the state of Indiana in high school sports, which with the competition and the grade schools, the middle schools, the CYO, the Catholic Youth Organization. I mean, there's players and coaching and leagues all over. The NFL football has a flag football league here in the state of Indiana that kids up down to 5 years old play. The soccer is just becoming more and more present in the state of Indiana. As you saw, many teams ranked tops in the country, not only in the state of Indiana. So outstanding talent in the state as we get set for the third set. This is the rubber set. They play to 15. Left hand blocked.
Big swing by the lefty. Number 4, Bailey Brower, all the way out of Elkhart Memorial. I wonder how much snow they got last night.
I heard Chicago got about 10 inches.
No.
So, yeah, I'm sure they had a little bit of lake effect up there.
Great dig.
Tough play. Effort.
Another great dig. Almost fell for a point. Oh.
Good swing, and that fell in, and Avila couldn't get to it to tie it up at 1.
I'll tell you, the combination right now in the north for the back row with Avila and Arrington, or Bailey Brower back there is pretty impressive.
Here's service for the South at number 8, Madison Smethers. Avila, Arrington, big left-handed hit by Brower, and that's going to be a kill for her. 2-1, the North take back the lead. Remember, we're playing only to 15 in this third and final set. Back to serve number 3, Kate Avila has had an outstanding match here today with the right-handed serve.
Nice effort.
Oh, nice my goodness, but White has a giggle. I don't think she expected to get to that, Coach. Great play, though, by the South. Great hustle.
I just like to see the smiles, too. That's a beautiful thing on the volleyball court in a match like this. You know, they're giving it all they got, but they can understand, laugh a play like that once in a while.
Yeah, and this is a reward. I mean, for all the hard
Absolutely.
work that they've put in their 4 years of high school, this is a reward to get, kind of a pat on the back to say, hey, congratulations for really stepping your game up and being a high-level athlete in the state of Indiana.
Absolutely.
Which we got to thank the ICGSA for that outstanding association, coach, that you're a part of as well. Awesome event that you guys put on here yearly. It's a great thing. We're glad to be a part of it with Summit City Sports.
The ICGSA when we get a timeout, I might give a brief. They do deserve credit. That committee deserves credit. We'll talk about it if we get a break.
Yeah, we'll definitely get to that before we end this broadcast. But back to the action here. Left-handed dink by the North, picked up by the South. Right-handed hit, dug by White. Kendall White is outstanding.
Everywhere.
That one hung on top of the tape there for a couple seconds, decided to fall back. Quaid rips it, but's blocked.
Great up, that ball's live.
Miss hit. Put over. What a rally here. Still alive.
Hey, I got to clap on all this too. That's good stuff, ladies.
Right hand. York. Hit, and what a play.
Yeah.
You hate to see anybody lose a point like that, Coach. What a rally by these girls here today.
That's excellent effort. Just to tie the match at 3.
Right. This is just 3-3 here in the third set. Number 11, Riley Taylor out of Perry Meridian's back to serve.
I misspoke earlier. I said Brower and Avila, but it's Avila and York. Those two DSs in the back for the North, and Kendall in the back for the South. Those 3 defensive players are just lights out impressive.
It's been very, very impressive. These universities are going to love to get these young ladies on campus as soon as possible. As that one just ticked the tape. That did go over.
Boom.
Wait, up here.
Hey.
My cameraman almost had to duck out of the way there. About took a facial from Wilson. But we're back on the court, 4-4. Jackie Quaid off the kill will head back to serve. White. That one's in, right on the line. Good call by the referee. Knotted back up at 5.
Cut that ball to the baseline.
Excuse me, it's 5-4 the South on top.
Serving for the South, number 16, Megan Kors.
Megan Kors out of Cathedral.
Nice short serve. Oh
my goodness gracious.
That's right.
That was more self-preservation. That's self-preservation by number 11, Riley Taylor, just to save her face. Ended up giving her team the point. Nice job by Riley Taylor.
These girls keep hitting the ball that hard, they're going to suggest we have to wear helmets. I don't want to see that.
6-4, blocked, but out. Tough one there for the South because they were there. Just hit off the angle out for the North. They're up. They'll pull within 1, 6-5. We're playing to 15. Back to serve, checking in number 5, Jessica Farrell out of New Prairie. She's an outside hitter.
Big serve coming.
Look at the height thrown on that. Hit in the middle of the net, just couldn't clear it. Side out to the South.
It's a tough thing to be cold and come in and try and hit that jump serve. It's just a lot to ask a kid, but it's a good serve for her, and she's got to be able to get herself in that role and that rhythm that we've talked about with a couple servers. Kendall's a great example. She gets this first one, and the second one's going to get tougher, and the third one's going to get tougher. You don't want to let her do that to you.
White. Quaid was there that time. Near side. And that's blocked out. Good kill by number 6, Megan Sloan out of Cathedral. One of the tallest players on the court. 8-5, South on top. We're playing to 15. This is the third set of the best of 3. White. Quaid does get that one. Russ Cup.
It's great ball control by Quaid.
Russ Cup gets to it.
Oh.
Could have been called. And it was called for going around the antenna there. That was a tough call. It was a good play by Quaid, just couldn't get it to to get in, 9-5. South starting to pull away. And a lot has to do with this young lady right here, Kendall White, with the right-handed jump service, top spin. Yeah, Coach, she's got a little cut on that too, doesn't she?
Yeah, she can spin it a couple different directions.
And Mowry with the hitting error there. She seems a little rusty here tonight, which can be expected. Hasn't played in quite a while. Back to serve, though, is Kendall White. Her team leading 10-5. They did lose the first set to the North. Won the second set 25-19, and now are in control 10-5.
Good dig from the right side.
It's going to be put over by Sloan. Nice ding. Nope, that ball was down. Couldn't get the hand underneath. 10-6. North get the point. Back to serve now for the North will be number 3, Kate Avila out of Yorktown's had an outstanding match. Hold on, check that. A little confusion with the rotation here.
Yep.
Which happens in all-star games.
Does.
Ashlyn Smith will head back out of New Prairie High School, the middle hitter. She'll go for service here with her team down 10-6. We're playing to 15 in this third set. White, that's a miss hit on number 3. Fairback. Turnover, 10-7. North battling back, Coach.
Well, we'll see what happens here in another rotation or two. We'll change the defense, and North will have Jackie in the front row, and then it'll get interesting for sure.
Russ Cup, got a piece. Quaid, hit the tape. Set, bit out in front, but a little flick, little backhanded flick or something by Fairback. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well, you just got to get the ball across the net, because if it's over there, you can't lose the point. If it's on your side, you can still lose a point.
Well said, Coach. Well said.
That's why I get paid the no dollars.
Number 15, Abby Bigler there on the service. Right-handed swing. That was dug and fell down. That's a legal play off the foot.
That'd be 4, though.
4 touches, but that is a legal play in volleyball.
Absolutely.
The North now pulls within 3. Have a little momentum going their way. Back to serve, number 6, Jade York. Outstanding server.
York and Avila in the back row. Points will be hard to come by. See who can close it out.
Miss hit, and that's going to be a service ace for number 16, Jade York. Pulls her team within 2, 11-9. We're playing to 15. That one's in. Outstanding serve, Jade York, Coach. Outstanding play.
Definitely wasn't long. If it got a little wide, I didn't see it, but Kendall, being a fierce competitor, wants to know if that ball was really in or out.
Referee just kind of shrugs his shoulder, says, yeah, that's my call.
Yep. I was right here in my spot.
York with the serve. White. It's a free ball coming over.
Oh, come on.
Rusk up to Quaid.
Good dig by the right side. Big kill.
Oh, just hit long. Tied up. 11-11. 4 straight points for the North. They're back in this game, tied it up.
And the pressure mounts.
And York just can't clear the tape on that. Those service errors, such a killer momentum-wise.
She needs to get that ball tossed just a little bit higher when she tries to serve to the left back corner or across her body to the left back. If she doesn't, the ball's going to hit the tape. We've seen her do that a couple times in this match.
Rusk up to Quaid. Quaid, was that touched?
No.
It was not touched. The referee made sure here, had some looks for help from his assistants. Not touched. 13-11. York, Rusk up, Mowry, and blocked. Match point here for the South after getting beat in that first set, 25-21, winning the second 25-19, and back for match point, Fairback. Rusk up, stays out of the net. Quaid! The Carroll Chargers say, nah, we're not ready to go back to Fort Wayne yet. 14-12.
We'll stay down here in Indy. There's snow at home.
There's no question. The farther we got south, the less and less white we saw. There's no doubt about that.
I drove up from Cincinnati this morning. There's not an ounce of snow on the ground.
Arrington with the save. There's the dink. This is match point. What a save by Arrington. Put over by York.
Second chance.
Right hand. What another save. Quade's got to put it over. She does.
Third chance.
Quick one. Another dig by Arrington. Free ball comes over by York.
Finished.
That one's hit, but off a touch. That was touched by the North. That is match point 15-12. The South come back after a 1-0 deficit in sets to win 15-12, 2 sets to 1. Outstanding 3 matches we've seen here today, Coach. Outstanding play. Tell us a little bit before we go down and get some interviews about the ICGSA and what they do and what this type of event means to the volleyball in the state of Indiana.
Absolutely. The Indiana Coaches of Girls Sports Association is responsible for all the girls sports across the state of Indiana, specifically the volleyball committee. They're responsible for the volleyball polls that come out. They're responsible for, obviously, this all-star event. They do a state championship banquet that is second to none across the country. It's an absolutely phenomenal affair. 8 teams, both the finalists get to come in on Friday night. They get to take part in a banquet that's hosted in the Muncie area. And in preparation for their state finals match on Saturday, the girls get pictures taken, they get to be introduced, and it's really a nice night where they get to just stop for a moment and think about what the next day is about to be and what the previous 3-4 years and all those matches have been. So the ICGSA does a lot of stuff. They provide a volleyball scholarship that is available out there on the website. And some years it goes unawarded because students just don't know it's out there. Right. So find our website at the ICGSA and apply for that if you need some help going to college. But just a wonderful organization of a bunch of volunteers, and that's the beautiful part of it. These are volunteer coaches, high school coaches, college coaches that believe in the sport of volleyball and believe in the state association. The IHSAA and the ICGSA work close together to get some of these things done. It's just a great group of people.
Well, thanks, Coach. I appreciate the words and also the ICGSA for allowing SummitCitySports.com to come and cover this event as we love to do. Short drive from Fort Wayne. So we'll sign off here, get Coach Haddix down to bring up some interviews for Jake Atkinson on the camera. Scott Haddix, head women's volleyball coach at St. Francis University. I am Tim Atkinson. This has been SummitCitySports.com, brought to you by Parkview Hospital. Enjoy your winter, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Coach Frank Spurlock, first-year head coach at Union County, and got to coach this wonderful group of athletes on the south side of the 3A, 4A All-Star match. First of all, Coach, tell me about Union County, how you got the opportunity to coach this volleyball team, and then we'll talk about this match.
Well, Union County was my first year there. I took over a group that had 6 seniors coming back, and they'd been to 3 of the last 4 semi-states. So we play a very difficult schedule. So as far as our record goes and things, we were kind of flying under the radar. But I knew we was improving a lot as the season went. And then, of course, once the postseason started, we had a lot of players with a lot of experience, and they started playing really well. And we peaked at the right time and ended up making it to the championship game of the semi-state before we fell to Speedway. And that's what led to me being the coach of the 3A, 4A All-Stars, I suppose.
Absolutely. Excellent job. Great season, by the way. Tough match there with Speedway. Could have went either way from what I understand. But tell me what it's like coaching this group of athletes and being involved in this All-Star match.
Well, it's like being handed the keys to a Rolls Royce. You just put the keys in the ignition and turn it on. It was just, it was quite an honor, to be honest with you. And I really didn't have to do anything but wind them up and put them out on the floor.
Excellent. What's the hardest part about coaching a group of athletes that have only spent really an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours together?
Well, just trying to get their enthusiasm up. It's not quite like playing for their home school where the school spirit's there and they've got the cheer blocks and everything. And it's not even quite like club where they know everybody. They don't play with these guys very much. And so it was really hard to get their enthusiasm up and to get them wanting it more than the North. And I thought in the first game the North wanted it more than them, and I told them that. I told them they had to want it more than the North. The only way a lesser team loses to a better team as if they want it more. And I thought we were the better team, but I thought the North wanted it more. We started to show it in Game 2, and in Game 3 we really showed it.
Excellent job. You got a kid in the back line like Kendall White that doesn't let any ball hit the floor. She'll kick it, she'll grab it, she'll throw it, she'll run it down, pass it off a backboard. How do you attribute that mentality, that effort? Where does that come from, in your opinion, as a coach?
Well, I personally know her previous coaches in club and in high school, and I know that that's been instilled in her by her coaches. And I mean, they're bringing it out of her. She's got that dog bone mentality that ball or that bone belongs to her. Don't try to take it from her, because you're going to see that side of her. She's just a fierce competitor.
Absolutely. Excellent. Well, Coach, I really appreciate a couple moments of your time. Thank you for doing this interview twice. And you've been a fantastic job here with this group and with Union County. We wish you the best of luck in the future.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with none other than senior Cathedral High School, Kendall White. Kendall, we're going to go back a year. It was probably not a fun time in life, but you lost state finals championship match to in-town dreaded rival, I'm assuming, somewhat, Carmel High School. Tell me, how do you overcome that loss? How do you go through all that went on with your coaching staff? And draw me from there right up to the state finals, and we're going to ask you what it was like to win that.
All right. Well, last year we really struggled going on with all of our coaches with all of their illness and the death of one of our eldest coaches, who is actually the father of our current coach, Coach Kesterson, right now. And it was really hard. It was like trying to get through that, so a lot of like emotions were kind of flying. We're not a young team because we had a lot of juniors and a couple seniors that were pretty D1, but we just kind of struggled when it came to like team. As a team, we had a lot of negative energy, and I think that kind of like helped us like lose. That helped us lose and get eventually in the state championship. And Carmel played really well, and they had that great outside hitter, Carly Scott, who just kind of came out swinging. And yeah, so coming up to this year, it's changed a lot. We were a great team. We loved each other, all of us. It was great bonding and everything. Just so much better than last year.
So I'm going to try and read between the lines. Not that team chemistry was terrible or awful, because you guys got to the state finals,
yeah.
But team chemistry, you feel like, kind of helped you get over the top this year. And how important is team chemistry to a team that's either super awesome, like Cathedral was this year, or even one that struggles a little bit? How important is team chemistry in your opinion?
Oh, it's huge. Last year, I would say that we were probably better, especially in the middle of the court, because we had an ACL tear this year of our number one middle, Audrey Adams. And we had Tara Wiley last year, who went to Pepperdine 6'5", and she was huge. She's a great part of our team. So physically, we were a bigger team last year, but the fact that we were such a better team and we just loved each other all the time, it just came out, and it for sure put us over the edge in that last little step and winning that game.
Okay, so experiencing the agony of defeat, describe the thrill of victory.
I hate to lose. I hate to lose so much. I don't know. That pain, like, you just don't want to feel that again. Especially, it's different when you lose probably early on compared to when you lose in that state championship match, because there's just so much on the line, and there's so much that you just want it so badly. And coming in this year, it just felt so great to win and to just kill. And I don't know, as a team, I just love them so much. So we celebrated like crazy, and it was just a great experience for everyone.
That's an excellent answer. It's hard to describe in reality, so I think you did very well with that. So you're going to go next year and play Division I volleyball. We're going to talk about in a moment where that is, but just right now, high school to Division I. Top-level club, you play in some fantastic club environments. What do you think the difference is going to be between high school and that Division I experience?
I think the difference is, like, your competitors. We're gonna play like a lot tougher teams with bigger girls, stronger girls. Obviously, as the more you age, like the stronger you get. So we're gonna face some bigger girls. So we're gonna hit some heavier balls, and probably just getting to know like the team is probably gonna be a big thing. So getting to like blend, trying really hard to work for a spot, and just that whole team thing. So.
Okay, and I have to ask, because you're not just going Division I. You're going to the Penn State. In volleyball, there is no one else right now. Let's just be honest about it. And no disrespect to any other Division I program, but it's Penn State. How do you feel about that level of expectation? How are you going to live within that program? I mean, you're playing for Russ Rhodes. Are you ready?
I am ready. I want to play so bad. I can't wait. I love competition. That's what I live for, and that's what I want to do. That's why I want to go to Penn State, and that's why I'm going, because I want to compete at the highest level possible, and I want to win national championships, plural. So I really want to go there and do well, like compete for my spot, like I was talking about, and just do my best to get on the court and prove that I'm worthy to play on his team. So.
Well, by the looks of the attitude, the effort here, I think you're going to fit in over there really nicely. So that'll be my last question. The ball doesn't hit the floor without you being somewhere near it. You'll kick it, you'll grab it. I think you would bite it and spit it out if you had to. Where did that mentality come from? Is it a you thing, or is it something that was coached in you? How would you describe that never say die, never let the ball hit the floor attitude? For all those young kids out there that want to one day be you, playing at that university, how do they get there?
Well, I think it was kind of a me thing to start out with. I just don't like to lose. Like I was talking about, I want to make sure I give everything I got on every ball. But I have a coach. I've been to Muncie for a little while, Munciana, and they drill that into you. If you don't go for a ball, that is some serious work you got to do after that. So you got to go for every single ball, and it's just if you don't attempt for the ball, there's no way you're gonna make a play. So.
Excellent, Kendall. I just want to tell you how much fun it's been to watch you play. We'll look forward to seeing you play over the next 4 or 5 years also at Penn State. And if we see you win a national championship, I'll smile at that also. Thank you, Kendall, for your time. I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
All right, welcome back. Last interview of the day, one of my favorites. I've been looking forward to this, and I'm glad that you said yes again, Jackie. We got to interview you here a year ago after the junior-senior all-star in a match where I thought by far you were head and shoulders, not just tall, but skill-wise the best player on the court. Here you are again in the senior all-star match. What's it like to play that match as your final high school event of all time?
It's really exciting. It's a really great opportunity. It's really fun. There's a lot of good competition, and South team is really good, and our team is really good, so we're just going at it, so it's really fun.
Yeah, it was definitely a battle. Great effort. So walk me through this year. You guys did not get to the state finals last year. You get to the state finals this year. Talk to me about the thrill of making it to the state finals.
It was so exciting. I mean, like all year we really wanted to make a change from last year, because all the 4 years I've been at Carroll, like the 3 prior to this year, we made it to semi-state and then we lose in the first round, and so yeah, it's been like frustrating. So then this year we were really focused on pushing past that and doing the things that it takes to get better. So it was really exciting just to make it there and show that we aren't just a semi-state team, we're a state caliber team, so it's really cool.
That's excellent. And it was anything unique you can think of from that week before up until the match that you're like, I'll remember that forever? Anything that happened, whether it was in practice, anything Doug did or say, your head coach, that you're like, I'll remember that forever? Anything that sticks out?
Just like the support from everyone in our community. Like everywhere we went, people were like, oh my gosh, you guys are going to stay, like you're on the volleyball team, right? And we're just like, yeah, like, And so, I mean, that was really cool. And our parents were really awesome. They did stuff like every night going up to state, just like fun stuff. I don't know, like, and they got us like gift bags and everything. So that was really cool. They were really supportive, and just little stuff like that I'll probably remember a lot.
That's excellent. It'll be an experience hopefully you'll never forget. So next year, off to Division I, off to Illinois, off to the Big Ten. Going to see so many of these girls and girls from your past in that same environment. What do you expect to be the biggest difference between high school ball and college ball?
Probably just the size and speed. The Big Ten, everyone is like huge, and everyone's really fast, and everyone's really good. So just like being surrounded against girls like that, and also playing against girls like that all the time, like there's never a night off in the Big Ten. So
I'm going to ask you a really tough question. Carly Scott's gone into Michigan. Carmel state champion last year, had tremendous impact. Tiana Williams heads to Wisconsin this year in the Big Ten, tremendous impact. If you were to guess what your role is going to be at Illinois, where do you see yourself, and what's your impact next year?
I'm just going to go in and try and compete for a spot as hard as I can, and like if it works out, that's awesome, and I'll be super excited, but if it doesn't, then I mean, I'll definitely still be supportive of them. I'll probably just try and accept my role as good as I can and do it to the best of my ability, no matter what it is that night.
I've watched you play now for years, obviously. Coached against you, then thankfully didn't have to coach against you any longer, and watched you improve from year to year to year. And I just think with your work ethic and mentality, you're going to do just fine at Illinois and in the Big Ten. Give me a Doug Helsum thing. Fort Wayne crowd watching for the most part. Give me a Doug Helsum Carroll thing that we can use against him when we need a good joke. So, but be nice. He's a good friend. So you got any good Doug Helsum stories?
I'm trying to think. He doesn't. I don't know. He never embarrasses himself. He's pretty hard to have any dirt on. At camp, we always tell embarrassing stories, so I guess this is his story. But he always tells a story about when he first started coaching club in Michigan, I think. He was getting really frustrated because his team just wasn't doing that well, working hard enough, as hard as he wanted them to. So he's getting really frustrated, and then the ball cart was out of balls, and he got really mad because the people who were out were supposed to be shagging, and then he slammed the ball cart down. And I mean, the way he tells it, he says that everything got really silent, and he just yelled, "Where are my?" Oh gosh, what was it? He said, "I need balls" or something. So that's the only good story I have of him. But yeah, every year at camp, we have a campfire time. It's summer camp, and it's not volleyball, it's all just bonding. So we all share embarrassing stories. So that's the only one I have about Doug.
Well, that'll be a good one. We'll either use that against him or we won't. But Jackie Quaid, it's been a privilege in the Fort Wayne area watching you play for years. Thank you for your hospitality too with interviews and camera time. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
All right.